Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of some form of a Outcasts Podcast. I'm here with Jack Powers. It is approximately 2:30 on Saturday
morning, I guess.
Yeah, Saturday morning, May 6th. Jack, who are we joined by right now?
We have the Ashland University outfielder, Michael Rogers. How's it going, Michael?
Good, how about you?
Pretty good. No, we don't really have anything super planned. We're just going to talk about some baseball stuff.
Well, I know you boys are big Tribe fans.
We are.
That KC game tonight, you guys shouldn't be losing to garbage pitching like that.
Jason Hamill.
Haas had a big 2-run blast. Salazar pitched all right.
Yeah, but he does the same thing every time. Gives up one big hit every time. After the meeting, Callaway came out to the mound, and after a mound meeting, he threw a fastball directly down the middle to the only average hitter in the Royals lineup. It's frustrating stuff.
Boone Logan should be in the game.
Boone Logan absolutely should have been in the game. We signed him for situations just like that, and he came in right after. Salazar gave up the homer, then gave up a single, and then he came up, I think he got Gordon. Michael, did you watch the game?
Yeah, I did. I thought the worst part about that was, too, I'm pretty sure Hosmer hit a double in his first at-bat off Salazar.
He did. He laced the double. I think he finished with 3. I think he went 3 for 4.
3 for
4. They only had, 7 hits as a team, I think?
Yeah.
What, the Royals?
Who else? Did they?
No, Royals had 11.
11? Okay. Yeah, they did. You're right. Shaw gave up a couple. Shocker. Just think it's frustrating. But I just saw some stat that was last year at this exact same date, the Indians were 15-13. This year, they're 15-13.
They are, but they are behind the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox as of right now. Kansas City sitting at a solid 10-18. They're not going to be catching anything, but they could turn into that pesky team that, it's kind of like the Tigers were. You guys handled the Tigers last year.
Manhandled the Kitties.
This year so far, they've been giving you a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, they've 1-4 versus them this year. Wait, no, took 1 of 3 and 1 of 3, so not too good. That being said, the law of averages, simple that the better team will eventually.
It's too early to start predicting anything. That's why my Yankees.
The Twins are in first place.
Yeah.
And the White Sox are tied for first place. That's not sustainable stuff.
What, as of right now, though, is the Indians' biggest problem?
Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, but
center field.
He's starting every.
It's really the only problem on the Indians. Outside of center field and the 5th starter, maybe Tomlin too.
It is not too early to start talking about potential trades. Who do you see being?
Mike Trout would be the ideal fit.
Oh, stop.
I think realistically, the front office of Antonetti and Chernoff showed that they're not afraid to try to push the team over the top. So if you could go get somebody, if the Diamondbacks start slipping out of contention, which I don't think is necessarily going to happen, but if they do,
I can see it happening.
AJ Pollock would be a dream come true to this team. Can you imagine an outfield of Brantley, Pollock, and the Chisengeyer? Oh my God! And I think one more bullpen arm is needed. I think Pat Neshek would be a good fit. Sergio Romo, I wanted them to sign him. Michael, who are you looking at trade deadline already? Anybody specific?
Right now, I wouldn't say anyone in particular, but it's definitely, I think our biggest guy we need would definitely be a center fielder. Lonnie's not a major league center fielder, and I just don't think we can have Almonte in the lineup every other game if it's between him and Geyer, and Geyer's been struggling so far. I know it's early on, but we definitely need a everyday outfielder right now.
Yeah, Geyer is getting to the point where it's pitiful to watch. He can't hit anything.
I think this will be a big series because KC has 2 lefties starting the next 2 games, so he'll be in the lineup both games as he really needs to turn it around or have some good at bats at least this weekend.
Yeah. I'm also concerned with this Austin Jackson injury because he has a strained big toe, which plagued him a lot last year before he had season-ending knee surgery. So if this is a chronic thing, it puts the Indians down another center fielder.
Is he on the DL right now?
He is on the DL.
How long?
So it was 10-day DL. He went on 2 days ago, so he's got like a week left.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the 10-day DL. Now, it has been saving a lot of teams, but it has gotten some criticism from, some fans and some analysts out there that it's, too soft.
It gets mistreated.
Yeah, because, Greg Bird, now, granted, Greg Bird on the Yankees has had a hurt ankle since spring training, but, he went on the 10-day DL for a bruised right ankle.
Or who got put out for a flu?
That was, I don't know. It's bringing out some soft cases, and some hardos out there believe that it shouldn't be allowed. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's overall okay. I don't like what you can retroactively put people on the DL, because you could always put someone on the DL for 2 days if you wanted, just make it retroactive to a week and a half before. But now you don't have to make that retroactive move. You can just say, oh, he's on the DL for 10 days. If I had to make a prediction, I think Trevor Bauer is going to go on the imaginary DL sometime soon, and they'll bring Clevenger up. Clevenger's starting Sunday.
Does he have long hair?
He does. The flow.
The flow.
Baby DeGrom.
Michael, I am curious to ask you about your process from high school baseball to college baseball. How much of a leap was it for you to go from your senior year in Cleveland, correct? In Cleveland, to become a freshman in college and adjust to the college culture, and then on top of that, trying to play baseball competitively with people you've never been teammates with before?
It was definitely a big jump. I really wasn't sure, what to expect going in and stuff. And, just the biggest difference I realized is just how much work actually goes into it. Because, during the fall season, we're at the field from 3 to 7 every day. If that's scrimmaging, inter-squads or other teams that come to play us, conditioning, just, working as a team on team defense, stuff like that. It's definitely a major jump from high school, just based on, the workload and stuff, as a lot more is expected from you. And then, once we got in season, I also thought, that was the biggest difference I saw was just in high school, one day you'd see a really good arm, then the next day you'd see, an average arm and stuff like that. But in college, it's every single game they're going to be throwing a good arm, and it's just, you really have to have that good plate approach every single game ready to go.
Okay.
I think a lot of times we see, before the Indians game tonight, they were talking to Frankie Lindor about his approach when he is in a slump, and he said that my approach every game is the same from both sides. Now, I don't know if you're a switch hitter or not, but if you're experiencing a slump, what is it that you do to get yourself out of the slump, both mentally and physically? Is there any rituals you do, anything like that?
Well, in college, that's the other hard thing with when you get in a slump. You're not gonna get as many opportunities just because it's a lot shorter of a season, and you need to win every game you can. So it's more like when I get in a slump, I just try and get in. I get as many cuts in the cage as I can before games and stuff like that. Whenever I feel like I'm getting my swing back to where it was before. And mentally, I just try and think of all my positives that I've had so far that season. Because I feel like if I'm thinking about when I've been struggling, it's just going to be even harder for me to get out of that slump. I just need to think about when I was hitting the ball well, making good contact, having good at-bats, stuff like that.
Okay.
I think a lot of times people label MLB players as non-athletes. And, these are guys that are going out and are getting bruised and beaten 162 games. I know they're not playing all of them, but in college you do play series. How is that like adjusting from potential like individual games to having 3-game series that go over the weekend and tournaments that go from a Friday night through Sunday? What is that like?
It's a lot different, just especially like on the weekend playing every single day. You just have to be ready to go every single day. And the only good thing is if you do have a good game or a bad game, the next day you're able to bounce back right away and play another game. It's definitely a lot more on the body. Just you have to stay healthy and stuff in season. You have to be stretching a lot more, doing a lot more recovery, just like being ready to go for every single game because you need to try and win every series that you play in.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You've obviously worked hard enough and have plenty of talent to be where you are now. What is something that you would say to a high school baseball player who wants to play in college? The most important thing for them right now is to do what?
Definitely get their name out there. Like, any way that they're able to is just get your name out to as many schools as possible. Even if it's a school you don't really want to go to, just get your name out there so then coaches start, like, coming to see you. Because really, to get on a coach's radar, you only need to have one good game. And once you're on their radar, a lot of stuff can happen. You can end up anywhere. Like, there's a lot of kids that will end up D1 that had one good game in front of a scout, and that's really all you need to get to that level.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like Trevor Bauer. I feel like that'd be something Bauer would do. Have one good game.
Yeah, he had the Naquin game where he struck out 13. Outside of that, it's nothing.
Alrighty, well, thank you, Michael. I appreciate your time.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
See you, bud.
See ya.
It's always nice to get a break from the professional action and take a look into college and high school ball. Thanks to Michael again for coming on and joining us, talk some Indians, talk about his college playing career so far. I want to touch on some of the hot starts in major leagues. Aaron Judge, I mean, the guy is...
Judgment Day.
He's absolutely mashing. He's leading the MLB in home runs with 13. And it's not something where he's just, pulling every home run and mashing it. I mean, the dude is spraying the ball all over the field.
I mean, I've noticed that, I don't want to say shorten up, but that he's not trying to yank everything over the fence, especially when he gets the 2 strikes. He's just trying to hit a nice, not even a laser, just a solid line drive to right field.
He's so strong that I think he's starting to realize, because, last year at the end of the season,
He was just trying to hit Yahtzee.
Yeah, it just seems like he was swinging as hard as he could. This year, he's more laid back, and he seems to just trust his strength. I mean, the dude is...
Yeah, he's just got to put a barrel on it.
Yeah,
he's like 6'7", 260.
6'6", 285.
That's close.
So, I mean, if you touch that baseball that's coming in at a 91, 92, that thing's gone. I think it's cool to see, especially as a Yankees fan, of course, but it's cool to see rookies adjust their game and begin to be successful. I mean, when Frankie came in the league, it was instant success.
More or less. Like within a month.
And he hasn't
I
gone
do, with all young power hitters, I do fear that with Judge, the league is going to figure him out.
Yeah.
Eventually. Like, let's be honest, he's not going to stay on this pace. He's not the second Barry Bonds. Is he an all-star caliber player? Maybe. He's not Barry Bonds. There will never be another Barry Bonds. But
I mean, I agree with. I think he's going to drop off. But I mean, watching the Yankees games, all these pitchers are pitching around him, and yet if he's not getting walked, he's still finding a way.
What was the lineup? Where did Gary bat and where did Judge bat today?
I don't know where Gary batted today. I watched the 9th inning. That was when Gardner had the home run.
Yeah, because the 2 o'clock games, because school ball, we can't.
Yeah.
Don't put games at 2 o'clock. It's the worst time. Put them at 1 or put them at 7.
It is. I agree with that. 1 and 7. I'm okay with that. I also don't like the 10 o'clock games unless it's...
Well, when it's on the West Coast, there's nothing...
Yeah.
So, the Yankees lineup... I mean, I don't get this, but it was Gardner, Hicks, Sanchez, Castro, Judge. I do not understand why Judge and Sanchez do not hit back-to-back, and I don't understand why Aaron Hicks is on a major league team.
Aaron Hicks is hitting very well right now.
I don't care.
I can say that. And who was pitching for? Hendricks was on the mound today, wasn't he? Ellsbury's hurt right now. That's why.
Ellsbury's hurt.
Ellsbury's hurt.
It was Hendricks.
Yep.
It was Hendricks, Pineda.
Pineda had a hit. That's unbelievable.
Beautiful swing. Second coming of Babe Ruth. Babe Pine Time.
Let's talk about the Red Sox-Orioles incident. So, Adam Jones and the O's headed on down to Beantown. And Adam Jones is in the outfield, and apparently after the game he told the press that he was having peanuts thrown at him.
No. The peanuts were after, when he was walking back into the dugout.
Oh, okay.
So he made like a diving catch, and then a running catch, and then when he got back to center field, some guy in those weird center field like upper seats, I guess.
What do you call that?
I don't even know what to call it, but the center field seats at Fenway started calling him all these racial slurs, started calling him the N-word, and it got to the point where he had to report it, which is kind of sad, because, I mean, people are idiots, especially when they get alcohol, so obviously every Major League player is going to have to deal with some form of harassment, but for a Major League player to have to report that harassment and say how bad it was, it means it was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no spot in the game, and I don't ever want to say that a team resembles their fans spot on, but they really did. The Red Sox giving Jones the standing ovation, and then the next batter throwing behind Machado.
That's a class act right there. Not.
It's like they had a moment of classiness, and then they just threw it out.
I don't understand how you can go from one end to the complete opposite in a matter of 30 seconds.
About that whole incident, that was 99.999% the Red Sox fault.
Yeah.
I mean, Machado, it wasn't a dirty slide. It wasn't a great slide. It was a bad slide. But it was clear there was not malicious intent in that slide.
I mean, you could see as Manny Machado was coming up, he was trying to grab Dustin Pedroia just to catch him. And, I mean, Red Sox will be Red Sox. I know I'm a Yankees fan. I may be biased, but, I mean, that was just a scummy thing to do. I mean, I understand how you can retaliate, but, they've already thrown at Machado and behind Machado. And then, I tell you what really got to me. Kevin Gausman's on the mound for the O's and throws a 76-mile-per-hour curveball that hits, I don't know who it was. It doesn't matter.
It was Xander.
Okay, Xander Bogaerts. It was a curveball, and it hit Xander Bogaerts, and they tossed him. No warnings were issued to either side. They just straight up tossed Gausman.
The thing I also don't get is, like, let's say they were going headhunting. Why would they hit Xander Bogaerts?
Yeah. I mean, what
it's
is
like
Xander
Mookie's target 1, Pedroia's target 2.
No, I'd say 100% Pedroia's target number 1.
Well, I don't know.
And then if you really want to make a statement, you find Sale in the dugout and just throw the ball there.
Well, he's got scissors on him all times, so.
What is that? Yeah, but he can't block. He can only cut.
Never gets old.
Yeah, so just class act by the Red Sox. Stay classy, Sox. Maybe that'll be a new segment we'll throw in.
Stay classy, Sox. Talk about the most unsportsmanlike thing in sports. I like that. Stay classy, Sox.
Stay classy, Sox. So I have a question.
All right, let's hear it. I have an answer.
Where in the world is BJ Upton? We will go with where in the world is Emilio Bonifacio?
This is a trick question because we found out today that he is not on the Royals. It is Jorge Bonifacio. I have absolutely no idea where Emilio Bonifacio is.
Still on the Braves? I don't know.
I think he is on the Braves.
Is he?
Yeah, I follow a Braves fan on Twitter.
Okay, well, let's take a look right
now. Oh, moment of truth. Da, 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 da.
Oh, he is.
He's on the Braves?
32 years old.
Panda, panda, panda. I got broads in Atlanta.
Braves, SunTrust Park is an absolutely gorgeous park.
Yeah, it is. It's.
Let's talk about some of the nicer ballparks
All right.
in baseball. So we will be heading to one shortly. The Outcasts are going to be taking a trip down to Cleveland Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to be seeing all 3 games of the Royals-Indians series. I'm going to be down there, not sure who to support. I mean, I enjoy watching both teams, but my boy Haas is on the Royals. But also all the boys on the Indians that I've grown to like because of you. But, I mean, Progressive Field is just...
Yeah, it's a good one. It's the best out of the ones I've been to. I mean, I've been to Yankee Stadium, and it's more, I guess, glorious, I guess. It's not fan-friendly at all.
No.
Been to Nationals Park. It was pretty, in build, it was pretty similar to Progressive Field. Not fan-friendly at all. True story. My sister and I were there, and for autographs pre-game, like normally it's like you just line up and then you reach out the ball and the player chooses a ball. It's not what they did. They made a single file line that ushers like surrounded you at, and then one player a game would sign for like maybe a minute. So my sister and I were the next people in line when we got cut off, so we got shortchanged of an Ian Desmond autograph, which is kind of frustrating.
Now you got to go all the way out to Rocktober.
Yeah, Rocktober. It's another one. I've been to Tropicana Field. That was a shit show. That was a horrible stadium. They have...
I can back that up.
They have absolutely... The problem... People talk a lot about the Rays' attendance problems, but the Rays wouldn't have attendance problems if 2 things happened. If they had a decent stadium, and if they were actually in Tampa. They put the stadium in a city that is less wealthy, less people, and further away from all like touristy events. So it's like the perfect storm of getting people to not go. I looked into this to be like, oh well, definitely in 2009 after the World Series, people went. Nope, still finished 23rd in attendance. That's the Trop was not built for baseball. It was modified for baseball. It was built basically maybe for an NFL team, but it was primarily built for like a hockey/concert venue. The Tampa Bay Lightning played there a while before they got a new stadium put, guess where? Downtown Tampa. And with the Rays looking for this new stadium, they're not looking at downtown Tampa. It's like they're making the same mistake again. Downtown Tampa is one of the fastest growing, one of the most wealthy, and one of the just overall best cities in maybe the world. And they don't use that to their advantage, and it frustrates me. Anyway, back to other stadiums. Other ones I've been to.
Yeah, Yankee Stadium is ridiculously expensive. I mean, you're right. It is a glorious victory-filled place with a lot of history. But I mean, I can't drink, but $12 for a beer seems a little too much.
Yeah.
I have been to the Trop. That was the worst. They said the air conditioning was on.
It wasn't.
And it was a sauna. Let's see. I haven't been to too many places. Let's see. The Prague is beautiful. I went there. I'm back when it was Jacobs Field. That was...
I definitely think I've been to a different one. I don't know where I would have been, though. I've really only been to 3.
I had a chance to go to Fenway over the summer. I was down there for a baseball tournament, but one of our games got moved up, so we couldn't go to the game. Turned out to be the night that Hanley Ramirez hit 3 home runs. But it's okay, I hate the Sox, so I didn't mind missing it. I would love to go on a road trip and just hit all the West Coast.
I like to see Safeco. Everybody says Safeco is really good in Seattle.
I'd like to go to a Padres game.
Oh yeah.
Giants game. I mean, Petco seems.
AT&T also is nice.
I want to sit by their glove.
I wanna be in that walkway. in right field, like above McCovey Cove.
Mm.
What I've been doing a lot is watching Zach Hampel. I've been trying to get Zach Hampel to be a guest on the podcast for a while now. No success. We'll keep grinding. We'll get him. We'll reel him in. But his videos, if anyone doesn't know, he's the foul ball guy.
He just goes to games.
Yeah,
and finds ways to catch.
He's gotten over, I think it's up to 7,500 baseballs at Major League games. And he takes you on mini tours of each stadium. And I've been to Progressive Field probably over 100 times. And he showed me some things that even I didn't know that I am going to now show to the Outcasts when we head there, and claim that I knew him all along when I really didn't. But he just makes these cool videos, and he makes me want to go to all these stadiums a lot more.
I would like to go to, as much as I hear it's a terrible stadium, I would just like to go to the Coliseum.
I would too. I'm so excited they're going to get a new ballpark. Because, I mean, everything's kind of been going against the city of Oakland lately. Mm-hmm. The Giants, let's just break it down. The Giants, their season last year ended.
Yeah.
With that blown save versus the Cubs that would have sent it back for a Game 5 with Cueto on the bump.
Yep. Which you got to feel confident.
Maybe not confident.
Actually, I don't know,
optimistic.
With Cueto, you're either getting absolute
You feel
gold.
you got a chance.
Yeah.
Even though it's in Wrigley, you had a chance. And bullpen blew that one. Football, their car goes down,
Yes.
and the team gets
And
sent
then,
off.
Of course, the 49ers.
Oh, I wasn't even. Bad enough about the 49ers. They had the comeback win against the Rams that secured them getting the number 2 pick instead of the number 1 pick, who is a clear franchise Pro Bowl caliber
if you're
player.
a coach, I mean, they always say play to win, but
You gotta play smart. The Brown, I believe that the Browns lost against the Steelers on purpose. Crowell fumbled at the 2-yard line.
yeah, it was
With like a minute left. That's fine.
You remember the White Sox scandal?
Yeah.
It's got nothing on the Browns.
Anyway, and then going back, so, and everyone knows about what happened with the Warriors. I don't have to talk about that. So for a city that has basically everything go right for them for the past 25, 30 years sports-wise, they have not had any luck.
Well, I mean, now they're losing
Yeah.
Carr because they're heading to Las Vegas.
Yeah, and the Giants suck now.
Yeah, the Giants are terrible. Mark.
Shark.
Yeah, he's.
Speaking of Sharks, did the San Jose Sharks just get eliminated? San Jose Sharks lost in the finals
No, not in the finals.
last year.
Oh yeah, they did. They lost the finals and then they got booted early.
Yeah.
They got crushed. The Anaheim Ducks are still in business though.
Well, that's not Bay Area. That's LA.
I'm just saying.
I stopped caring about NHL as soon as the Blue Jackets got
Yeah,
eliminated.
my Blackhawks came out, and I hate the Predators and the Blues so much that I could care less. I just hope that Oilers win because Connor McDavid is.
McNasty.
Yeah. Other things in MLB world. Most dominant closer in the game right now.
Closer or relief pitcher?
Right now, closer.
Cody Allen.
You think so?
Right now, yeah. Cody Allen and Andrew Miller
I disagree with that.
have allowed 1 run all season combined.
Holland on the Rockies.
Holland's close, but Cody Allen is striking out like 56% of the batters he's faced.
Wow.
It's people on Twitter. The Indians, what was it? It was a couple days ago. Beat the Tigers 3-2. Cody Allen came in and got the save. He got the heart of the Tigers' order to not score a run, and people were mad at him. If that doesn't show how dominant you've been, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And he gave up his run in the second or third game of the year against the Rangers. Napoli hit a double off the wall in a 2-run game. So he hasn't blown a save yet. Doesn't allow base runners, really. It's got to be Cody Allen. And he, because of Miller, nobody appreciates Cody Allen.
Well, no.
The Andrew
But,
Miller
I
experiment.
mean, I feel like that's what I would expect that given how dominant Andrew Miller was. Of course, he's going to have the spotlight, and you're not going to go to Cody Allen when you're trying to get somebody out.
Well, that's what makes it so good. They both have signed on. Game 5 versus the Blue Jays. Cody Allen was the middle guy.
That is true.
They pitch whenever Tito wants them to pitch. I mean, given it's a regular season, so they're obviously gonna have more of a set role. But
What's the name of that kid that pitched against Toronto?
pitched against Toronto, Ryan Merritt.
Ryan Merritt. Stud.
He's probably never gonna pitch in the big leagues again.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
Stud.
I remember watching that game.
Oh yeah, Ryan Merritt was awesome.
Yeah.
I had something I wanted to say. Okay, yeah, the whole Andrew Miller experiment, I guess, of pitching him whenever the biggest spot is, does not work if there's not Cody Allen also. Because you need to have that lockdown. We saw this with the Royals and when they won 24 or 15. They won at 15.
Yeah.
We saw it in 14 too,
Yeah.
with the three-headed monster. They would use Herrera mostly in the big spot. And then they had Holland to lock down the ninth, which is what the Indians mostly do with Allen. And the Indians have a two-headed monster, though. Excuse me. I'm not going to lie, I wanted the Indians to try to pursue Jensen.
Kenley?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's always loved LA.
Yeah,
I mean, you cannot blame him from staying on the
absolutely
West
not.
Coast and making a lot of money. Same with Sergio Roma. I mean, he got offered more money by the some AOS team, and he declined to stay on the Dodgers.
Which is ironic, because he's a giant legend. They hate each other.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants teams. If you look at some of the
Sergio Romo is like the guy.
Yeah.
Outside of like Posey and maybe Lincecum.
Lincecum was untouchable. I mean, Bumgarner though.
Bumgarner's up there too. Yeah, even in 2012, Bumgarner was like the rookie stud.
Yeah. And now he's just got a dirt bike accident.
I wonder if Hunter Pence might be available at the deadline. They think
I
about
think that
moving
depends
him.
on where they're at in the division.
They're not good.
No, they're struggling. I mean, but it goes along. Look at their outfield.
I don't even know who plays left field on a regular basis.
Well,
Williams.
They brought that Christian Arroyo kid up.
Is he playing left?
I don't know where he plays.
Because, I mean, the infield's solid. Nunez, Crawford, Panic, and Belt/Posey/ whoever. I mean, they tried putting Belt in left field. He's not good by any means, but he can hold it down if it means getting another bat in. But he's a plus defender at first.
If I'm the Giants, I'm bringing back the most clutch.
Panda?
No.
Michael Morris?
I mean, Michael Morris hit that game-tying
Off
home
Nishek.
run. Yeah, but I'm bringing back Travis Ishikawa.
Oh, Ishikawa? Bring him back. The Giants win the pennant.
That was crazy. Okay, so with the new NL West forming, I mean, it used to just be Giants and Dodgers, but now we're moving towards more Diamondbacks and Rockies as of right now. Who are you gonna want to take in 5 years? Christian Arroyo or Cody Bellinger?
Is that a joke? Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger's a stud. The Dodgers rather would have Cody Bellinger than Brian Dozier. Let that speak. The Dodgers declined Dozier for Bellinger.
Dozier is aging.
I mean, he's still under club control for 3 more years.
Okay.
And the Dodgers said no. That shows how good Bellinger is.
He reminds me.
He reminds me of Corey Seager.
Yeah, a lot. Like both his appearance and his swing.
I saw him. It was when they went back to back in the 9th.
Yeah,
he had a
that was
home run.
crazy.
Maybe it didn't hit the foul pole, but it was close.
It
hit the foul pole. I thought it was Corey Seager. I really did.
They do. I mean, we're seeing now in the league a transformation of holding the bat high to holding it low. Bellinger holds it low. Frankie holds it low. Edwin holds it. I mean,
Brantley holds it low too. Just that you elevate more.
yeah.
Launch angle, it's a new thing, new trend.
Well,
There are 4 infielders, 3 outfielders. Simple math.
hit them where they ain't. And there's more surface area out in
There is.
the outfield.
I wonder what team is gonna figure this out. Like, when teams started shifting, it was the next breakthrough. I wonder if teams are gonna have like ultra shifts and who's like the best utility guy in baseball outside of Michael Martinez, of course, but maybe like Desmond. Desmond can play any position.
No, yeah, I think as much as you hate to say it, Ben Zobrist can
Okay,
play.
I'll give Ben Zobrist, but Ben Zobrist for one batter. So like, say it's say the Rockies are playing the Cardinals. If they just abandon that second
wait.
base.
The Rockies are playing the Cardinals.
Rockies are playing the Cubs, my bad. If the Rockies are playing the Cubs, they might abandon that second base position, go with 4 outfielders.
I'm not against that.
I'm not against that either. I mean, we shift. I mean, why not go all the way
Watching
with it?
Brian McCann play on the Yankees, every time the shift would happen, I swear, every hard ball he hit, I mean, it could be elevated, but yeah, I mean, you got a guy standing out.
Yeah, in right field. You
Short
got
right
2 right
field.
fielders.
Yeah.
You got a deep right fielder and a short right fielder.
You choose where the ball is going to go. Only way you can beat that is if you bunt like Victor Martinez has been doing, or you just yank one over the fence.
I mean, that's the moral argument. Brian McCann isn't paid to have bunt singles.
No. I don't think he can beat him out, to be honest. I mean, but he can bunt.
Victor
down
beat one out. Victor's the slowest guy in baseball, and he legged one out.
No, he's not. Victor's not the slowest.
I think he is.
I'm telling you, Bartolo cannot outrun him.
I think he could. I think he'd be close. Victor's slow as it is, and he's had, like, I think 6 surgeries on his legs.
Wow. He's been in the league a long time. Maglio Ordonez, Victor Martinez, studs.
Studs?
Back in the day. A young Weimar on the
Tribe.
drive.
He had that card on the show last year.
Yeah.
So good.
It was. What was that, a 90 overall?
91.
91.
And it was a diamond caliber hitter. It was not great in the field.
It's bad how much we know that game in and out.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
We got T-shirts shipped out like within the hour.
We've been staying up late. I mean, this is actually the most productive we've been.
Yeah, we did a lot today.
Let's see, we dropped $30 on McDonald's.
We did.
We got a lot of food.
Got it all. It's not gonna be a pleasant day tomorrow.
Outside of that,
Did our order forms. Got in contact with some potential guests. Shipped out some orders, and then recorded a session, and it is now 3:06 a.m. 3:07.
time for bed.
Yeah.
We are going to drop this tomorrow. We may be doing another podcast tomorrow.
Maybe.
It all depends. But thanks for listening. Do not forget to follow us on Twitter at the Outcasts Pod. Check us out on Facebook as well. Our page
iTunes.
is the Outcasts Podcast. Keep a lookout for some potential events that we may be doing. It may involve concert tickets to a top 5 Billboard chart artist. So check us out on Twitter. Check us out on Instagram, SoundCloud. We have our podcasts on iTunes. Make sure you just check us out and share what we're doing. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Peace out.